Title: The Ghost in an Ancient Mirror. Do you believe that old mirrors can preserve the souls of the deceased? There are mirrors that not only reflect images, but also reflect horrifying mysteries. Today's story will make you shudder every time you look at the mirror in your room. Do you dare to look into the mirror right now? If not, be careful, because maybe someone is. Hui, a young man with a hobby of collecting antiques, accidentally bought an old mirror at an antique market in the suburbs. The seller was an old man with gloomy eyes. He warned that this mirror once belonged to a woman who committed suicide right in front of it, but Hui did not believe those rumors. "You shouldn't bring it home, it's not just an ordinary mirror," the old man said with a trembling voice. But Hui just laughed, thinking it was a scare trick from the seller. Since bringing the mirror home, strange things began to happen. At first it was just very small things, like the rattle in the middle of the night, the cold feeling every time I passed by the mirror. But then, scarier things appeared. When he walked past the mirror, he felt like someone was watching from behind. One night, when he woke up in the middle of the night, he caught a glimpse of a dark shadow passing by in the mirror. The climax was when he was washing his face, raised his head to look in the mirror, and saw his reflection smiling at him, even though his face was still expressionless at that time. Panicked, Hui decided to learn about the mirror's origin. He discovered that it once belonged to a woman named Lin, a person who once had great beauty, but was betrayed by her lover. In despair, she committed suicide right in front of the mirror. Previous owners of the mirror all met tragic ends. Some were haunted to the point of madness, some disappeared without a trace, and some were found dead right in front of the mirror, their eyes wide open in panic. One night, while working in his room, Hui felt something strange. The room suddenly became unusually cold. He unconsciously turned his head to look in the mirror and froze. In the mirror, a woman with long hair, white shirt, pale face, deep eyes full of resentment was staring at him. She slowly smiled, a distorted, devilish smile. Hui felt unable to move, as if an invisible force was pulling him closer to the mirror. Suddenly, she reached through the mirror and grabbed Hui's neck tightly. The cold breath blew on his face, a whisper rang in his ear, "Give back to me." Hui screamed and struggled, but his body felt tied tightly. The mirror began to vibrate, distorted images appeared. Hui saw Lin committing suicide, blood splattered on the mirror, her eyes filled with hatred. He felt like he was being pulled into that very space. The next morning, Hui's room was empty. No one sees him anymore. Only the mirror still stands there, cold, and if one looks closely, one can see a blurry figure in the mirror. Another person accidentally bought it home, and the story continues. Do you dare to look in the mirror at midnight? Please leave a comment if you have ever encountered any mysterious phenomenon with the mirror. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next scary stories.